Even before President Trump made his announcement last March about hydroxychloroquine, One America News was already reporting that the drug could be safely used to treat the Chinese virus. Our reports were backed up and verified by over a decade of medical research, proving that the antiviral medication was effective against coronaviruses, as well as dozens of interviews with doctors on the front lines fighting and beating the disease in hospitals around the country. And now, in January of 2021, almost a year after the outbreak began, one of America's leading peer-reviewed medical journals has published research showing that hydroxychloroquine does, in fact, counter the coronavirus, validating everything One America News has been reporting all along. In spite of all that evidence, members of the mainstream media and the medical establishment gambled with your health, all in an effort to attack their political enemy, President Donald Trump. So while One America News stuck to just reporting the facts, here's what our colleagues in the media have been saying.
Wow, where to begin? So many false claims and concerning claims. President Trump defending his claim that he is taking a daily dose of the anti-malaria drug hydroxychloroquine as a preventative measure against coronavirus. Don't do that. Don't do what the president says he's doing, obviously, but we must say it.
It will kill you. I cannot stress enough. This will kill you.
It is life-threatening and dangerous, period.
A large new study links hydroxychloroquine and chloroquine to a higher risk of death.
Talking about hydroxychloroquine last night. Reckless.
Well, you know, it's not just doctors who are saying don't take hydroxychloroquine. It's also the Trump administration. It's the FDA.
Yes, FDA.
It's the VA. They've done studies. It's really bad for Americans.
Wow. This is a whole new level, and I think the president might be putting American lives in danger.
It is truly like a cult, and it reminds me of Jim Jones and the Kool-Aid and all that horrible stuff that we saw, 30 years ago, with people just following, quote, the leader, no matter what the leader says and no matter what the leader intends to do or where to take them. And Donald Colt, Freudian slip.
So I'm going to ask you that question. What do you have to lose?
Well, potentially you could lose your life.
Donald Trump could be the first president who ever tried to assassinate himself. His Twitter feed alone is basically the world's longest suicide note. He's trying to kill himself.
Did you just say that you took the hydrochloroquine? My sound is a little weird.
Yes, I took it.
Wow. I can't believe anybody with a brain would take that stuff. Why would you take that drug? There are terrible consequences.
Taking something that his own administration has said will kill you. His own FDA said will kill you. The VA said will kill you.
If somebody is repeatedly misinforming the American public about important things having to do with this disease, don't broadcast that. Don't listen to people who are lying to you about this disease. Certainly don't keep doing it day after day when they've proven themselves to be lying day after day. And honestly, it doesn't matter who it is. Show some responsibility, honestly.
And that's just scratching the surface. We don't have time to cover all the lies they've been telling. How can we trust so-called news organizations which are actively putting people's lives in danger by promoting their shameless conspiracy theories? And more importantly, if someone who had the Chinese virus watched CNN and MSNBC's reports and was then too terrified to try hydroxychloroquine as a result and later died, who is responsible for their death? It's a tragic question, but sadly it has to be asked in this era of fake news and left-wing media propaganda. It's time to take a stand and hold the media accountable for their false reporting before any more lives are needlessly lost. For One America News, I'm Pearson Sharp.